Hello and welcome to world building, or in this case, town building. So in our last video, we talked about town, who built the town, why built the town, what purpose does the town serve. So now let's put some of that ideas into practice. Now I should warn you, I am a horrible artist and my rig is not set up for this, but we've got the camera pointing at this piece of paper and we're going to try and think about a simple town. Okay, so step one. Why was this town built? What does this area provide that needed people in it? Is it a resource? Yeah, usually it's a resource. What resource? Okay, well, let's think about where I live, California. California, towns are built usually around A, the ocean, or B, gold, or C, land. So coming into California, we have something called Route 66, which ends at the ocean. There's our really badly drawn ocean. Let's get a pin. So we have a road that came into California. It ended at the ocean. That brought in travelers and settlers from out of the country. Now, roads tend to split off because people like to get to someplace with the least amount of time. So roads will tend to make shortcuts. I want to get to here. I want to get to here. There's something over here I want to get to. I want to go over here. I'm lazy, so, I don't want to go all the way down here when I could just do this. I'm lazy, so I want to go over here. And, unless the roads were built by Romans or, whatever, they tend to be a little bit more jiggly-jaggly than straight lines. Because roads are built up just sort of, randomly. A bunch of cars or horses or amorphous blobs going across the grass for the same period of time over a long period of time. That eventually becomes a beaten path, and somebody sees that this beaten path is going somewhere and start putting down rocks or whatever. So here we have our road with a few more shortcuts. All right, so we've got crossroads. Crossroads are usually where the first building is going to be picked up, or here on the waterfront is going to be the second building, or the most likely place. So the first place we're going to build our building probably is at this crossroads, and then or over here on the water. So let's start here. So building number 1 is going to be built on these crossroads. And like I said, buildings tend to just sort of, have this haphazard, whatever, what is the service that I am providing at these crossroads? What are these guys coming off of these mountains? Those are my horrible mountains. And into this land with a bunch of trees. And then we have rocks and sand, this sand stuff. So I'll just come off this road, and the first thing I see are these buildings, and I'm going to stop here because these buildings provide what? A service. A service. A service. A service. Fishing. Docks. Okay, we don't want to build too close to the water because we know water raises. So if I built a building here, even though it's cool, this building here is going to get flooded when the water raises. So buildings are usually built a little bit inland from the water. But we're going to have these buildings here because they provide service and service that our travelers need. So there is the beginning of our town. Guys, our travelers are coming down. They need a service, probably a place to eat, food, a place to get supplies. And then, of course, how can I take these travelers' money? M-O-N-E-Y. So those are the things we need to think about. These are the first towns, buildings. Then from these buildings, more buildings might build up. Okay, services that support the services. And first, we're going to build along the road, because that's the easiest. But then we'll start spreading out. And as we start spreading out, more buildings will appear. Buildings kind of haphazardly. And as buildings appear, we see new roads are appearing. So here comes a new road. And with the new road comes new buildings. Now we're getting into probably farms, housing, services that support these houses and these farms. Okay, so there we go. We got the beginning of our town, and we got our little sub-fishing town opening up over here. We're going to have larger buildings down here, mostly warehouses, because when the boats come in my really bad boat, that boat's carrying something that I want. Or I'm giving that boat something that I want to sell. Which means these larger buildings are going to need to store this crap. Be it wood, be it fish, be it cows, be it slaves, be it whatever. I am supply and demand. So closer to the ocean, closer to where the supply and demand, the buildings are going to be larger because of warehouses and storage. They're going to be, again, really clumped together because flooding, and we don't want to go very far, and this stuff is very heavy, and we want to get it from here to the docks as quickly as possible, and then get away from this water stuff, because water is wet and miserable, and unless you're making your money off of this boat, you don't want to be anywhere near this water stuff. So our town will build up around the water, and again, as the town builds up, we see that little roads are developing in between. A new shortcut appears, new resources, like, oh, maybe we found oil, because, you know, water has tar and dead things, and those dead things collect and make oil. So now we need to build buildings around the oil to support it, and then we need roads to go to these buildings around the oil. And slowly but surely our town grows. But then time passes. Maybe the resource dies out. Maybe a new, quicker road is found to go to here. And people aren't using this road anymore. Now they're using this road. So new buildings will pop up to take advantage of this road. But now no one's taking advantage of this road. So either this town needs to change to take advantage of the new things, maybe now focusing more on the oil and the fishing and less on this road, or it needs to spread out to take advantage of this new road, or it's going to die. Many gold rush towns have died because the income is no longer coming from here. Now it's coming from this new, faster road here. Old road. New, faster road. So either the town will move to take advantage of this new, faster road, and as it moves, new roads will appear to get from here to here. Buildings might die off. Services might close. Whatever, but your town, your area grows and changes as the things and the needs grows and changes, and that's just sort of how you're going to design your town. Now, I apologize for the horrible camera work, and I apologize for my horrible art, but you get the general idea of what I'm trying to say in town building, is that the town provides a service. And as that services grows and change, more buildings will appear around the town to take advantage of the service growing and changing. And if that service is no longer available, i.e. the road is stopped being used, i.e. the gold mine dries out, i.e. there's a plague and all the sandwich trees dies, whatever, then that town either needs to adapt, Las Vegas, and provide a new need to make people come here. Look, we built the world's largest ball of cheese. Look, we built this roller coaster. Look, we have this museum. Look, we have strippers and gambling. Or, case in point, in many, post-gold rush gold towns, they die off and they just become ghost towns. And then people go to the ghost towns and take the wood and the stone from there and move it over to here because, hey, here's all this wood no one's using. And so slowly but surely the ghost town becomes more and more ruined and then whatever. But again, it comes down to what is your town there for and what service is your town taking advantage of? Gold. And what service is your town or providing, i.e. taking advantage of travelers coming down this road, Route 66. So there you go. It's just a general overview of town building with my horrible camera and my horrible art. Hopefully it gets your brain percolating if you're thinking about building your first town in your world about, okay, what is my town going to do? I'll talk to you later because I'm losing my voice.